flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm Tom, and it's Wednesday, February 9th, 2011. With me today is Justin and Ashley over at the news desk, and we have news from around the country just ahead in our daily segment of The Rundown, as well as what's happening around Oakcrest today.
If you ever miss our show or want to catch the rest of today's show and other exclusive web content, visit our website, which is at the bottom of the screen.
Also, you can follow our Twitter feed, OHS Falcon TV, to see what's happening around Oakcrest and the rest of the world. Alright, let's head over to Ashley to take a look at the stories that are making today's headlines in today's edition of The Rundown.
Our first story today focuses on your favorite late-night fast food chain, Taco Bell, who is battling legal issues over their food. Last week, reports were released that Taco Bell meat actually isn't beef. Actually, only 30% of it is. The rest you'll find out in just a bit. In our second story today, we look at an old classic from your childhood that could be making its return to the small screen again. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The kids' action show is in talks to make a return to one of the kids' cartoon networks. And finally, in tech news, if you had old electronics laying around like cell phones or iPods, Best Buy has created a new program that allows you to trade them in for cash or store credit. That was your rundown for today. I'll be back in just a moment for more of those stories and some weird and wacky news.
Thanks, Ashley. Now, before we go deeper into those headlines and other news from around Oakcrest and the rest of the country, make sure you head over to Falcon TV website for the link to download the brand new edition of Sports Talk with Kevin Winstead when you visit our website this week for sports and talk and insight into the sports world.
Also, Oakcrest Media is still selling those Falcon Pride wristbands. They're still only $2 and they say "We bleed blue and gray." You can get one by stopping down to the media studio or by seeing a member of the media classes and club.
Alright, let's over to Ashley to get the details on those stories from the beginning of the show.
Thanks, Justin. In national news, Taco Bell says illegal beef over the meat in its tacos is bull. The fast food chain took out full-page ads in at least 9 major newspapers and launched a YouTube campaign featuring its president Friday to proclaim its taco filling is 88% beef. A false advertising lawsuit filed last week that caused an online stir alleges the company's filling doesn't have enough beef to be called that. The lawsuit seeks to make the company stop calling it beef and pay the suing law firm's bill. Taco Bell began buying ads that say, "Thank you for suing us. Here's the truth about our seasoned beef," in the ads in Friday's editions of the Wall Street Journal, USA Today, and other papers. The ads go on to say the rest of the filling is a mixture of spices and common food additives. The lawsuit, filed in federal court in California, alleges the meat mixtures has binders and extenders and does not meet federal requirements to be labeled beef. Taco Bell says the filling contains 88% USDA inspected beef and the rest is water, spices, and a mixture of oats, starch, and other ingredients that contribute to what it calls the quality of its product. The company said it uses no extenders to add volume to the filling. In entertainment news, don't look now, but it's Morphin time again. The Power Rangers return with the Monday night debut of Power Rangers Samurai on Nickelodeon. The latest iteration of the Spandex Heroes carries with it a complicated past, heavy expectations, and a number of questions. And one of them is, do we really need another Power Ranger series? Well, actually, the Power Rangers aren't really back, because that would imply that they had gone somewhere. In terms of popularity, the group peaked in the mid-1990s when it was known as the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The live-action program became an overnight sensation in the States when it debuted in 1993. Kids loved the brightly costumed do-gooders, and older fans enjoyed the show for its campy entertainment value. It all combined to create a massive international hit property that sold tons of toys, drew huge ratings and syndications, and even spawned 2 feature film spin-offs. And finally, in tech news, timing is everything. When shopping for gadgets, that's because there's always a possibility that a new version of the smartphone, tablet, or other electronic gear will be released soon after you make a purchase. To allay such fears, Best Buy launched its new buyback program in a Super Bowl ad featuring aging heavy metal star Ozzy Osbourne and teen pop sensation Justin Bieber. Under the program, the electronics retailers agreed to buy back certain products within a limited time. Customers can get a partial refund based on how quickly they return the item. Best Buy is touting its buyback plan as a way to future-proof purchases. But when it comes with cost and catches you, you should examine carefully. For now, the buyback plan is free. That was your national news for today. Let's take a look at what's happening around Oakcrest.
Thanks for those stories, Ashley. But there's a lot going around at Oakcrest this week, including a few meetings this week.
Today, there will be a meeting for all those interested in participating in girls' spring track. Also today, there is a baseball meeting in room 201, as well as an art tutorial with Miss Miller-Dobbins.
Football fans, even though the Super Bowl is over, it doesn't mean you still can't enjoy watching a game on your TV. Stop down to the media studio and order your very own copy of the Oakcrest Falcons 2010 football season documentary.
Starting quarterback, Kwashi Jeter.
Kwashi, before I went to Oakcrest, I played with him over at Mays Landing with the Lakers. He wasn't a quarterback. He was always a good kid. I knew that his decision making was always there. He was always a good decision maker. And practicing with him, like as you all know, like he throws an excellent ball. But Coach Smith really helped him out with his fundamentals, and he really grew into a good quarterback. And
He had to be the softest kid I've ever seen at first. No, I'm just kidding. No, and he came the first day, and I was hurt that day. And I was like, great, we got a new kid, and I'm hurt. And we saw him throw. I remember, Kevin, you were like, yeah, new boy got a cannon. I'm like, yeah, he does. And that day after practice, Coach Smith was like, you got a lot of competition. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, new kid's no joke. And he wasn't. It turned out to, he beat me out, like, because of some family problems. But he's real good. He's going to be good. And I'm happy for him. He's a cool kid. I told him that once. It's hard to lose a spot to a kid. He's humble, and he's good.
Boy Q, you know, we go back to like 6th grade, playing Little League and whatnot. And when he came, wasn't really sure how good he was as a QB. I knew he was just an athlete. But then when that first throw, everybody was like, woo! I think he threw it to Aaron Wilson on like a post or something. He just zipped it in there. And as the season progressed, we got more confidence in him. Coach Smith did too, with throwing the ball. And he came, you know, when he's your QB, you just got to trust him to take you where you need to go.
And speaking of some more football, before we take a look at the video clip of the day, let's take a second to talk Super Bowl. The game this year was good, but critics are saying what was on during timeouts was better. And it should have been, because it was over $3 million for 30 seconds of airtime. In case you weren't paying attention during the Super Bowl or had just a bit too much to eat and fell asleep, the commercials this year were pretty good, and some of them were even created by amateurs. Here's a look at one of this year's top-rated commercials submitted by a fan to the Doritos Crash the Super Bowl contest.
Hey, are you gonna finish those? Sorry, they're already gone. No, they're not. You left the best part. No, I'm pretty sure they're... cheese. Hello, Doritos.
Let's take a look at Weird and Wacky News. In Weird and Wacky News today, we head to Chicago, where a man by the name of David Wells got sweet snowy revenge on a snow shovel thief. It's Wells' business to watch what goes around him. He owns tunnel vision technology cameras all over his house, inside and out. So when his shovel went missing during the third biggest blizzard in Chicago history, he logged on to find out who was the culprit. A neighbor he does not know took his shovel right from under his nose. Now, it wouldn't be so bad if she returned it. David would have gladly let her use it. But to make matters worse, his 2-year-old daughter, Mason, was waiting for Daddy to finish building her igloo. Wells got his snowblower and walked back and forth, literally, to bury the snow shovel thief's car in snow. It took the woman 4 hours to brush the snow off her car Friday morning. David got his revenge without being malicious. He posted a video of it on YouTube. There is a lesson to be learned here. Just like it's not neighborly to take someone's parking spot after they marked it, it's not neighborly to take a man's shovel, especially when doing so makes his daughter cry.
We all know that this month is all about Black history, and all throughout the month, we'll spotlight those African Americans who have made a difference in our world and communities. Born on this day was Alice Walker, the author of the novel The Color Purple. And in just a moment, we'll have a look at one teacher from Camden.
And although he wasn't born on this day, he has helped shape the Camden school system and has been a recipient of numerous teaching awards due to his dedication to student achievement in one of the worst cities in the country. His name is Jamal Dickerson, and he is an instrumental music teacher at a school specializing in performance arts in the center of Camden. Here's a look at Mr. Dickerson.
We've actually gotten some national recognition as well. I never let our children make excuses based on the instruments that they have. One of the kids are playing on a trumpet that I've never heard of. Probably a guy down the block made it, you know? And it's like made out of a tin can or something.
It blows my mind because we all come together and play this fantastic music. And when you see these kids, you're like, wait, how can they play this? Like, they don't look like they can play.
In everything we do, we demonstrate that even in the worst situation, you can be great. You know, a lot of people ask me, why did I choose to teach here in Camden? Is it the city that I grew up in?
Don't forget, we're always online and you can always catch up on anything you missed on today or past episodes by visiting us back on YouTube and by emailing us your questions or comments at talentproductions@yahoo.com.
That was your news for today, on Tuesday. I'm Tom, and for Justin and Ashley and everyone here on the Falcon TV news team, thanks for watching and have a great day.
Wherever you're watching from, we'll see you back here tomorrow for more of the Oakcrest and world news that you need on the News at 9 on Falcon TV. Have a great day.